the biggest Man United fans I've probably ever met personally and be friends with as well. So I'm quite happy to see what you've got for us. So are you going for a Man United kit or are you going for like a
Yeah,
non-Man
I'll
United
go
kit?
for another Man United one from last season.
Mm.
Probably one of my favorites of all time, if I'm being honest. So it's the black away kit.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's missing the Adidas one that's come off
Oh,
in the wash.
Adidas, that's it.
The
Oh,
Adidas
man.
one, yeah, come off in the
Oh,
wash, but that's got Bruno Fernandes on the back.
yes, man. You
Quality
can't not
player.
have a Bruno Fernandes kit.
Yeah, you can't.
I was gonna get this season's one as well with Bruno Fernandes as a way, but everyone listening on our podcast would already know what you think about Bruno Fernandes. But for people watching, by all means, just take away on what Bruno Fernandes means to you and what that kit means to you as well.
Yeah, no, I think with Bruno Fernandes, I think it speaks to the type. If you're a Manchester United player, fan, sorry, you're gonna know how Bruno Fernandes has made you feel over the past year or since he's even come to Manchester United. And he's a quality player, and I think with him he's just lifted the whole club. And it's not even just the players; you've seen him lift everything. You've seen a different, probably the management, the coaching staff, the players from top to bottom, the fans' positivity and attitude going into certain games as well. And with me, like as soon as he come, because I was a fan of him before when he was at Sporting Lisbon,
Mm.
and I really badly wanted to sign him. And I remember in the summer, we missed out on him, and I was
Yeah.
really gutted because there was talks that now United have missed out on him in the summer. Spurs are going to end up going in for him, but then Spurs missed out on him in the summer as well. So it was like he's staying at Sporting, and then it was like, do we really think we're going to go for him? Considering we don't really spend big in January, like we bought Alexis Sanchez, but we didn't really spend much on it, and it was just a case of do we think we're going to get him? And then I remember the day we signed, it was crazy, man. Like it was buzzing, and obviously now here we are. And that's why, like, I've got quite a few Bruno Fernandes tops already.
Nah, man. Even with my story as well, Bruno Fernandes, the fact that again the whole Spurs thing, the whole like if you're on social media, you'd have seen all of those posts at the time of Bruno Fernandes crying after his last game for Sporting Lisbon every single week, and they were making out like Bruno Fernandes is going to leave this week, but he just never did. And then there's a whole Ed Woodward thing of people attacking his house after the game against Burnley, and that was a low point for us losing at home to Burnley. It
Yeah,
was awful. And why can't we just sign someone? Why can't we literally just
no,
see
it's
that it
true.
was improved? And then there was that rumor that the Man United scouts at the time didn't want Bruno Fernandes because Andres Pereira keeps the ball better. There was like stats and stuff like that, but
Yeah, no,
it's
I
just the
remember.
fact that when you look at the fact that Bruno Fernandes does give the ball away, he does. We're going to be honest about it.
Yeah,
Look at the return. Look at the return he gets with goals,
no, it's
assists.
true.
His mentality in the team, the fact that he's literally the captain without the armband, is almost like a coach on the pitch as well. The way he directs people, and when you look at the players, again, we're sounding like robots and we're just repeating ourselves, but the players around him, like, he's just increased. Luke Shaw becoming a much better player, Lindelof becoming a much better player. Fred for a while was a much better player. McTominay as well stepping up, and
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
true.
I'm really gutted personally. Again, the fans have been robbed of seeing him because of the whole coronavirus
No,
pandemic and the
no.
fact that I've only seen him in one game, the Manchester Derby. He didn't score, but he did
Yeah,
that really nice dink to
assist to
Martial.
Martial, wasn't it? Yeah.
I lost my voice in that thing, and that's like my background on my phone for the last year or so. I haven't
Yeah,
changed
I
it
can
at all.
imagine.
I'm just there like Bruno Fernandes celebrating on the East Stand with the fans, and you're just there like he's one of us already. Is a boy from
No,
Lisbon
it's true.
representing Manchester United,
And
but
I think that's what's made us love him even more is
mm,
that he's come in and he's shown how much it means for him to play with the badge. Like there's players that you'll see at Man United, or not even just now, like over the years, where they'll just come in and they won't just treat it like they should be thinking in their head that they're lucky to be there. And I think that's actually what Bruno Fernandes has shown. And I think in a way he probably hasn't done himself any favors because he just hit the ground running straight away, which
mm-hmm.
you rarely see in Premier League players these days when they get signed and they come from abroad. They really hit the ground running straight away, and they always like, have their off moments. But with Bruno Fernandes, it was like every game you just see this guy getting better and better, and then you're just thinking, okay, now he's gonna drop off, and now he's gonna drop off, but he'd still come up with a big moment in the game, and just even if he wasn't having the best game, he'd still come up with moments, and I think that's what's made us think about Bruno Fernandes. But I think now he probably is getting a bit of criticism because he probably popped off in a few games where he doesn't done his best and he's lost the ball a bit.
Mm.
But it's because he's done so well that he's getting that criticism now.
That was the thing. Like instead of
And I
like a
just
lot
think
of
yeah,
Man
that's the
United players,
mentality he's got.
yeah, definitely with the mentality. But the fact is, he was one of the opposite of the kind of players that we sign in terms of when we signed, there's always big expectations. Like it's like Sanchez signed every game he had to perform, but he didn't.
Yeah,
He had no expectation when he arrived, even for that fee. in the general media and from the general fans. Everyone thought he was going to slip up and he wasn't going to do well. And we drew to Wolves 0-0. But there were little things in that debut when I was like, he's shooting from 30 yards out. Our midfielders don't do that. His passing across, which no one finds our wingers properly and things like that. And you're just there like, this is hopeful. And the fact that he's gone to the highest of highs already, it feels awful, the fact that he's not been able to celebrate a trophy with Man United. And the fact we're second is very much down to the form of Bruno Fernandes. Win, lose or draw, he's still there putting in his performances, which is
I think that's another thing that makes me appreciate him so much, is because he knows he's done well, and he can easily come out and say, yeah, I'm scoring goals, I'm doing well, but he doesn't, because literally every single interview where they say to him, oh, Bruno, you're doing well, you're scoring goals, he will always relate it back to the team and say it means nothing to win a trophy. And that is what Man United play is all about. Like Rooney, Ronaldo, they could score 1 or 2 goals a game back in the days. But if Man United didn't win that game, they wouldn't care, because they know it's lost. And I think that's where it separates the big players from the mediocre ones. And I think that's what makes Bruno Fernandes so good.
The mediocre ones get happy when they're putting a really great performance, but they don't consistently carry on. But with Bruno Fernandes, it's like, this has to be normal for us, and we have to be back at the top where we belong. Let's rate the kit, the one that you've just shown us without the Adidas on as well. I quite like that kit personally. I like the design, the blue, not the blue, the black and the orange as well. It's quite sad missing the Adidas as well, but I'm quite happy to give that a solid 9 out of 10 personally. It's something that if I had, I'd wear it on the street. I'd wear it to football. I'd wear it wherever. I'd give it as a gift as well. If someone wanted a Bruno Fernandes kit, that'd probably be the first one I'd get, the black and orange kit, as a little gift. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for me personally, for the player and the design. What would you rate it, Roheel?
No, I'll give it the same. I think with that kit, it's like you said, you can wear it wherever you go. Wear it to football, wear it on a normal day, wear it to a match day. It's obviously black at the end of the day, so it sticks out. But with that, it's the font on the back. It's the cup writing font that attracted me to it so much in orange. And I think the black and the orange go very well together. So yeah, I'll give that a solid 9 out of 10 as well.
Nicely done. So that was our little review of Bruno Fernandes' Man United away kit 2019-2020 with the orange font on the back.